Fascination is one word that describes my curiosity to understand the world around me. Yes, everyone, I am fascinated by the new tools which are coming by AI in the market with ChatGPT 4. The new tool which is launched on 9th July 2023 is Code Interpreter. What exactly is this Code Interpreter? Will it take away the jobs of all the data analysts? Are the aspiring data analysts in danger right now? Will there be a layoff in the market? What are the questions you have in the market right now? This tool has been fascinated from last 2 days for me. I was able to get the answers and find out whether it will be a threat to a data analyst, whether the new jobs in the market will be discarded, or what will happen with this. So everyone, let's try to understand in this particular video what will happen to all the data analysts because of this code interpreter in ChatGPT 4. Let's check out. So the first thing, how do we enable this feature in ChatGPT? Now remember, this ChatGPT 4 version contains this one, which is the code interpreter. The previous version, which was 3.5, did not have this feature. So the first thing is competition is already low. Okay, you don't have the competitors because it's a premium version, paid version. So in this ChatGPT 4, if you see, I have this default and plugins. So the code interpreter add-in comes over here. How do we enable that option? Click on three dots. I can click on the settings button over here. And here in the beta features, in this beta features, I can enable this code interpreter. Now here, if I enable, close this particular dialog box. Now in this GPT-4, I will have this code interpreter, which is a beta version. Now here, this beta version, when I select, remember this checkbox should be selected whenever you do any activities related to code interpreter. Now, when I select this checkbox, you see what are the changes I've got. At the bottom of the screen, I've got this plus sign. This plus sign is used to, upload any CSV, any PDF or any JSON file into this particular place. So I can just upload the data quickly. So now the first thing is the competition is already low because not everyone has bought this particular tool. So only those people who have the premium version will get this feature of code interpreter. Right. So we have enabled this feature, which is code interpreter in GPT-4. Now let's test the first example in this code interpreter. Let's try to create a dummy data. Okay. And let's see if it works or not. So first thing, what I can do is I want them to create, let's say 10 columns and maybe 10 records. And I want to download that CSV file. So I'll write here a command, create HR data having. So let's see, I've written here that download the HR data or create an HR data having 100 rows and 10 columns and download the data. In which format I want? In the CSV format. So I'm trying to just add the data. Let's see if it gives the answer or not. Okay. So previous version of ChatGPT 3.5, we were not able to download the CSV files. Let's see if it is able to give the answers over here. So what it has done is it's trying to give us the column headings and what exactly the data will be there. So it gave us all the column names, employee ID, age, gender, department, and etc. All these details, and it is confirming, boss, this is what you want. So I'll say yes, please proceed. So I'll give the confirmation, please proceed. And it is trying to process and it will give me some data. Let's wait for that. What happens is in the show work, if I click on this drop down, it is trying to convert that into the Python language, Python coding language here. And you see it is generating some script over here, but I'm not interested in the script. I'll just hide that thing. And now finally, after doing all this work in less than 60 seconds, depending upon your internet connection, less than 60 seconds, this will generate a data. Okay, if you see on the screen, it's generating some sample data. First few records, the employee ID, age, gender, department, and it's creating a dummy data. So if you're an aspiring data analyst, if you're a person who's learning about the data analyst role, and if you want some dummy data to create something, you can use this tool particular here. And you see, I have got the link here, which is download HR data in the CSV format. It is very, very obedient. When I click on download HR data, it's in the CSV format. I can just click on this link. Let's see what is the data. So please see on the screen, I have this data set, which has all the columns, around 10 columns, and number of records are how many? 100 records. 101 because it has the column heading and it has given all the data. I can twist and ask the questions. Give me the data only for United States region. Give me the data only for India region. And I want data for X company, Y company, and you can get the answers. So beautiful tool, which gives the data downloading option. So previous version, we did not have this answer here. So this is one simple example. Now moving on to the next part about data analyst role. Is it a threat to the data analyst? what will happen to the data analyst if this tool is introduced. Let's try to decode it practically. Now, moving on to the next topic, we have the topic of data cleaning. So about the data cleaning, if you're a experienced professional in the corporate companies, you might understand data cleaning. We use plenty of different softwares like Alteryx, very costly tool, Power Query, which is inside Excel and Power BI. We use Tableau Prep, we use Nime, Informatica, and plenty of different tools we use. You have to be an expert into working on those tools. Now, what I've done is, and for freshers who are new to this area, so what is data cleaning? If you have some data which contains some blank records, empty cells, null values, uppercase, lowercase mix, date formats are not correct, or you want to trim some data, there can be n number of things which has to be done on the data before you actually create some dashboards and visuals. So data cleaning is a 70% time consuming process in the organizations. So let us try to understand whether this tool will help us to clean the data. But before that, we need some data which is dirty data, right? So I have created some data set over here. I have this data in this particular folder. So let me tell you, to do this particular session, to record this video, we have taken help of many people in the country who are like experts and who helped us, and I would like to thank them. So the name of those people are Mr. Ganesh, we have Mr. Gudu, Mr. Shrikant, we have Faisal. They all are from different parts of the country, and they have helped us a lot. And you know them by name. So the names are, let's say, the Guddu Pandit from Mirzapur. We have Ganesh Gaintonde, and from Nagpada. We have Munna Tripathi from again Mirzapur. So all these people have helped us. They have given the data. I will show you the data. So the data is kept into this folder, which is the employee database, and I have this data set. So I requested them. They were very kind enough to give this data set. So the names are Guddu Pandit from Mirzapur, Sweetie Gupta, Golu Gupta. They are very famous people. Harshad Mehta, 1992 scam. Okay. Then we have the famous person, which is Ganesh Gaitonde. अपने को लगता है कि अपुनिज भगवान है वो वाला person. We have collected all this data. Now what I have is, we have name of those people, we have the genders, we have city, state, and all the details. They were very kind enough. They were doing some other work. They sacrificed their work and time, and they came over here. So what is this scenario? This is a dirty data. How do I say dirty? These people are very good, but if you see, the data has some empty spaces. These are some empty spaces, blank spaces before the text starts. So here, if you observe here in the state, I have Mizoram, I have this Sikkim, I have this Arunachal Pradesh. These are some data which is not clean format. So what I want is, the first question I'll ask to ChatGPT 4, that I want to clean this data. The first column, I want to clean the data. So clean the data in the sense, I want to remove the unwanted spaces. Now in the gender, they are male and female. So person might make a mistake writing as female or male spelling. There are people who make mistakes. So what I want is, I want to convert that male into M alphabet and female into F alphabet. So I have a column here given as gender. So in that gender column, we have male and female. I want the ChatGPT 4, I'm asking them, can you convert male to M and female to F? City is given. State has some unwanted spaces. We'll try to remove that. The country, postal code, employee ID, and date of birth. I have their date of birth, okay, but I do not know their exact age. I want ChatGPT 4, I'm asking, I want to convert this into an age. I want to find out how old they are. So I can create some histograms and all. So next one, we have this marital status, single and married. I want single to be S, married to be M. We have the company names. Guddu Pandit works in the Ultratech Cement Company. Mirzapur, which we have the Kalin Bhaiya, they work in the State Bank of India. He's a government employee. And then we have the Ganesh Gaitonde. He works in NTPC, the coal mine, which is there. So now we have this data. The income, annual income is given over here. We have just kept it masked so that you don't copy that thing. So annual income is given in the decimal numbers. I want to convert into whole number, and we have the address of those people. Now the question here is, I want to clean this data properly. Okay, to clean this data, a data analyst in the company struggles a lot. They have to learn many functions, many logics and all. Let's try to put this data into GPT 4 and see if it is giving the answers. So I've explained the question here. I want to trim this data, trim the state data. Gender should be male and M, the marital status S and M. So all this data should be there. So what I've done is, I've written all the questions over here, and I'll just post the questions in GPT 4, and let's wait and see if it gives the answer. So I'll close this file. I'll keep this file for timing. Now here, I can just click on upload file. Now this feature is available only in the premium version in the code interpreter. So I'll upload this data, and I have some data set right now. I've asked some questions. These are data cleaning steps. So I'll just copy and I can paste over here. What are the questions I've asked them? I want to trim the data and remove unwanted spaces in the data set. Convert the annual income data type from decimal to whole number. Okay. Female and male, convert this into FNM respectively. Name column should just give me the first name only. So Guddu Pandit, I just want Guddu. Ganesh Gaitonde, I just want Ganesh from there. Okay. Then calculate the age of a person using date of birth. If I give my date of birth, it should be able to give me my age, how exactly old I am. So write single as M and married as M, and convert all the data set to uppercase and extract 6-digit postal code. I will just select and enter. Now let's wait, everyone. Let's see if this data cleaning topic, which a data analyst does in the organization, can this tool do it or not? Let's see. So it says finished working. You can see the work. It is using the Python language to convert that data and clean that data. You see, if I click on this drop down, it is writing BigQuery, but I'm not really an expert into Python, so I'll just hide it. And the next part. So the other tool, which is GPT-4, you can just copy paste the data. You never used to get an option to upload a file. Here you're getting the upload option over here. So finally, once it is done, we'll ask them to download that data into a CSV format. So please see, in less than 60 seconds, I've got the output here. So it says I have processed the data as per your request, and carefully observe the data is in the uppercase. The gender is given as the M, and all those details are cleaned properly. So data cleaning, everyone, the most difficult topic in the in the data analyst role is data cleaning, which has been done by this particular tool. Now this is a sample data, that's a preview data. But now my demands are more. I want to download this data into maybe an Excel or CSV or a PDF document. Will it do or not? Let's see. Perfect. So it has given some data, but I want them to download the data in CSV format. Enter. So I've asked them to download the data in CSV format. I could have asked them in the JSON, in Excel, and PDF, and so on. And everyone, please see, it has changed this data and converted into CSV format. I will just download this data. And if I open this file, please observe here on the screen, if you see, I will be having the data. First thing, if you observe, everything is in the uppercase. I'll try to bring the raw data and the output data side by side. View menu bar, arrange all, and I'll say horizontal. Click OK. So here, if you observe, I have this data at the bottom, which says Guddu Pandit from Mirzapur. Here, I have just the first name as given as Guddu. Then we have the Sharat Shukla. Then we have the option here as Sharat. So the male female has been converted to MNF. The date of birth was given of that person. You see the date of birth. Now that date of birth has given me the age of that person. You see on the last column, very small way it is written, age of the person here. So all this data has been cleaned. My 6 commands has been taken by ChatGPT-4 code interpreter, and I've got the output. So how beautiful that tool is. To do the same activity, person spends a lot of time in the organization. This is what the tool can do for you. Now, this is one example of data cleaning. Now, I've just given 7 questions. You can ask them 100 questions. Remove blank records, remove duplicates, remove error messages, replace A with B, B with D, and so on. Still, it will give you the answers over here. So everyone, data cleaning is possible in ChatGPT-4 code interpreter. Now, moving on to the next part. How do we check if it is good into data visualization? Data cleaning it has done. A data analyst role is to clean the data. Then it goes to data visualization. Can this tool do the data visualization? Let's check out. So now I will just close the file, don't save, and I'll just close this file, don't save. Now here, in this case, I'll just ask them to create one visual. Data visualization, create some visual. So what is that visual I want to create it? I'll just copy from here, Control C and Control V. I want to create a pie chart with annual income, okay, percentage by gender. Okay, even if you write some different language, still it will understand. So create a pie chart. Let's see if it is giving me a pie chart or not. Now, the data is already there, which I've asked them to clean the data. I have uploaded the file, and without opening the file, I'm not sure it is opening the file or not, but it is giving the answers. And you see, it has given me all the answers like male and female. So female is 39.2% and male is having 60.8. What is that? It is the annual income percentage by gender. So To do this activity, person has to upload data, create some charts in Power BI and Tableau. It has, minimize that work and you can just start away directly. Now, suppose if you want to make some changes, you can be more demanding. That's not a problem. So I can ask them change the color. So I can ask them change the color to red and blue, enter. So if you don't like the color, suppose your company theme is red and blue, some colors if you have, you can ask them. You can also give them the hexadecimal codes and you see it has given the red and blue color. Obviously, it is very bright neon colors. You can change the color also in that case. Now, I am asking them multiple questions at the same time. This was one question. Let me check if I ask them multiple questions at the same time, will it give the answer or not? So the first question I'm asking, create a column chart with state-wise count of people. Show me the top 10 cities in the horizontal chart. Show me the top 10 states in the bar chart by annual income. And I can just push it. So these are three questions. I can, enter 20, 30 questions and still, let's see if it is giving the answer or not. So data cleaning is done. Data visualization less than 1 minute. I've got all the answers. And this is the first chart which says state-wise count of people. So the maximum people are in the Rajasthan and the least people are available in the Meghalaya city, okay, in the state over there. So now imagine you have some data about Bangalore. Bangalore is a place where there's a huge traffic. Pune is a place with huge traffic. Mumbai is a place with a huge crowd. So imagine if you have a Bangalore. Bangalore is a city name in India, by the way. People are from watching from outside India. So if I upload the data about Bangalore, the latitude, longitude, the density, and all these details directly into this particular tool in the code interpreter, and I can ask them the questions. Can you tell me which location is having the maximum, things over there? So maximum traffic or maximum bikes, it can still answer. I can be a little specific. For example, suppose if I am interested in one person's information, suppose the Guddu Pandit, by the way, Mirzapur 3 series is coming. So Guddu Pandit, if I ask them, don't save. And here, if I go back, okay, tell me details about Guddu, enter. So Guddu, I've just entered here and it will try to give the details about that person. Let's see. So you can be specific about a person, a city, a state, a pin code, and it will give you all the answers. So you see the name is Guddu, male, Bangalore, Karnataka, and all the details are given there. So an interesting tool, everyone. You don't have to do the filter, copy, paste, and get the answers. You can quickly get the answers here. So this was one of the example. Now, if I can be more demanding, I can ask them a question straight away that give me 10 visuals to understand better for better understanding. So I've just uploaded data. You decide what kind of chart should be prepared according to what dimensions and measures. I've just given the command, give me 10 visuals to better understand. And once I do that, let's wait and see if it gives the answer or not. And that's wonderful. So if you see all those four visuals, if you see four visuals, it has given me the output and still it is calculating, everyone, the number of more visuals it can give me. I can also customize those, the charts and visuals which I've got, and I can ask them to change the color, change the x-axis or y-axis values and so on. So it will keep on giving all the details, as many as you want. Now, suppose if you want this chart to be presented in PowerPoint, so you can just right click on this place. You can copy the image and paste into PowerPoint. You can also save this image as a PNG file. I can right click, save the image, and I can save that as a PNG or some other file. So this is the beauty of this code interpreter in ChatGPT 4 premium version, only for the paid users. So this is about the data visualization. Now, what does a data analyst does in the company? Data cleaning, data visualization. The next part would be the data creation. Sometimes you need some data. Mostly this is very useful for freshers. People who are freshers need to search the data, HR data, banking data, healthcare data, so that they can create dashboard, they can practice and they can submit something. So getting data is very difficult. People struggle a lot. So let's see whether this tool can create some data set for our aspiring data analyst. Let's check out. So now if I want to ask the ChatGPT 4 that generates some data for me so I can practice, I'll just go to a new chat over here. And here I can just paste one question here. So the question is create a credit card statement in a CSV format with 1000 records. It's a dummy data and then download in the PDF format. Download any dummy data. Okay, enter. So this was my question. Okay. And it is trying to create something. Okay. And finally, if you see, it's asking, let me know, I will modify the format accordingly. So I'll say this is perfect. Go ahead. So I'll say this is perfect. Go ahead. And I agree with the data. I've not checked the data, but you can check it. And finally, what will happen is it is going to create a CSV file and I can just download the data. For me as a aspiring data analyst, I can just use this data and I can, start preparing in the particular tool. So it's creating an unnecessary data. I'll tell them, stop it. Just download CSV file. Okay, so it has not understood. So I might have to put the answers again. So create the same data in CSV and download. So some places you have to properly give the answers, and if you see, it has given the answer here. So download credit card statement, which is a CSV. It says file not found, so I have to just click and get the answers. So it might be hanged because there's a limit of asking 25 questions in 3 hours or maybe 1 hour. So that is one thing which you have to take care. But however, it has given the data. I can download and I can start using it. So also now the next part is I can ask them more questions. Suppose I'm an instructor, I'm a teacher or trainer, and I need a data set for training my participants. Usually this activity takes 4 hours for a person to create a dummy data, 3 to 4 hours, so that we don't change the confidential data of the company. So what I've done is I've just entered something here. Create a 12 PDF files having monthly sales data done by a sales manager in a table format. Download those files, give the name as month-wise. So 12 PDF documents. Trust me, this task used to take 4 hours for me to get the real-time data or the something which is similar. Here it has given me in less than 60 seconds. I can click on January sales. This file would be downloaded in the PDF format. Now these are 12 PDF. I could have asked them CSV, Excel, JSON, or some other formats. I could have still got the answer here. So it says file not found. Maybe some issue might be there. So data creation by this tool is awesome. And I can give a 5-star rating because today getting data becomes difficult for learning and training purpose as well. So now the next and the last part of this particular video would be the visual, working with the visuals. Can this ChatGPT 4 code interpreter work with images, videos, and GIF? Let's check out. So visual conversion files, like we have JPEG files, PNG, we have MP4 videos and other files. So let's try to create a new chart, and I'll go to ChatGPT 4 and code interpreter. Remember, this option you have to enable every now and then. What I have is I have some data file. That's a PNG file. So if I double click and open, you can see that's a photo of a beautiful lady. I will just pick up this photo and try to upload into ChatGPT 4 here. And I'll ask them to do some changes. What things I can do with this photo? I can ask them to change into black and white, crop the image. I can also resize this photo and do many things over here. So let's see if it works or not. I'll just click on this plus sign, pick up this image, and I'll say convert this image to black and white. Okay, enter. Black and white. Will it do it or not? Let's try to see. This is something which is new. If you're a non-editor, if you don't have the skills of changing the photos and videos, I think this can be useful thing for you. So where you can find out the quick answers if you're not an editor as well. So perfect. If you see everyone, 60 seconds and I've got this particular image, it has converted into black and white. Let's try to be more demanding. Convert this to 1/4 of the original size. Enter. So right now the size is bigger. I would just want 1/4. So if you're a person who goes to find out a photo and if you want to convert black and white as a passport size or maybe different size, you can use this particular tool and get the answers. It has given the answer. So nice. Now I can tell them to split the image. Okay. Split the first image. That's it. I've not told them the first vertical splitting or the horizontal. So let's see whether it is giving the answers or not. So option 1. Yes. So I'll say I want the option 1 horizontal or vertically. I'll say option 1. Let's see what it is giving the answer. So I've given the option as give me the things as vertically splitting, not the horizontal splitting. So it might take some few seconds, less than 60 seconds, depending upon the internet connection you have. And finally, it will give me the output here. So you see, it has given the split, 2 split it has given, the left hand side and the right hand side. And I think I can download those images as well if I ask them to. So image conversion is also possible. Now I'm asking something more demanding. What is that thing here? So now let's see the last part of this particular video. How do we convert this image into a video format? How do I do that? Okay. So let me show you here. I can just copy the command which I've written already here. I can copy here. I can just paste this on this place. So turn this image into a video by slowly zooming in. Okay. And the duration of this video should be, let's say, 5 seconds. I'll not put 10 seconds, 5 seconds. Enter. Now, this image will be converted into a video format, MP4 format, and I can download that video and I can show you that video how it looks like. So how much time it takes? Less than 60 seconds or maybe 120 depending upon your internet connection. So let's see. At the backend, it is working with this Python code, and then it is giving the answer here. Download video ready. I can click on download the video, and here the video is ready in the MP4 format. Let's see. I can open this. It's in the second screen. I will just open in the first screen over here. So you see that image, it has zoomed to the left hand side top. I could have told them, okay, boss, don't go to the left hand side top, go in the center. So you see it has zoomed in into 5 seconds. Perfect. So now this tool, whether it is a threat to a data analyst, whether it is going to take away the jobs, that's a AI tool, AI in BI. BI stands for business intelligence. That's a part of data analyst or the data analytics field or domain. So think about it and tell me in the comment box whether it's a threat or not. I have the answer for you, and I'll be concluding this particular session, this video, with the answers. So, how did you feel about this tool? Was it interesting, innovating, and something which is more scary as well at the same time? But everyone, do not get scared. This is not a scary tool. This is going to benefit all the data analysts. How? I'll tell you, explain this part. Even though the tool is good, it is the goodest tool. I can say it is the best tool, Code Interpreter, which has been launched by GPT for the premium users. But the problem here is there are two problems which I found out as of today. Maybe I might find more problems in future. Number one problem, no company in the world would like to push their data, the confidential data on this particular website, on the AI, even if it is the best tool. So even a startup will not allow the data to be uploaded to get the analysis. That is not problem number one. Okay. So therefore a data analyst job is secured. Number one point. Number two, even if the company is pushing it, worst case, if they keep on pushing the data and getting the answers out of it, it is still not an automation tool. What I mean by automation, if I upload the data for this month, again for the next month I have to upload data, again next month I have to upload data to get the reports. So this tool is not an end-to-end solution for the automation for business intelligence users. As a data analyst, the tools which you upgrade on Power BI, on Tableau, on MicroStrategy, Alteryx, these are self-service analysis tool. That means you just have to do it only one time. The entire process would be automated end to end. So these two problems I found out. Maybe in future I might find some other problems and I can share with you. So as a data analyst, do not get scared. You as a data analyst, if you're a senior data analyst, hire this tool and make it work for you. Don't put the complete data, just put the first few row headings and get the answers out of it. If you're an aspiring data analyst, your competition is increasing day by day. You have to work hard to learn those BI tools, business intelligence tools, as well as this kind of tools which are coming in the market. Now, what is the advantage for all the companies who want to upgrade on this tool? I used to take 4 hours to create a sample data set for training purpose. Now, using this tool, I'll get the answers in just 5 minutes. That's a beauty. So I can save half day salary of a person in the company. Like this, there are thousands of things which you can do with this particular tool. So on a dummy data, definitely rely on that. It is very interesting tool here. So all the aspiring data analysts, all the senior working professionals and all the companies, do not get scared about this tool. There are many things which has yet to be coming in this particular tool. So hire this tool. If your time is costlier, then I think you can buy this $20 per user per month tool. If you're, depending upon the country, the prices might change. So I wish you all the best for all the data analysts, enthusiastic, aspiring data analysts to upgrade themselves. Do not be confused whether I should upgrade AI or BI. I would suggest you to upgrade both the tools. This is the requirement of the time. Upgrade now. All the best.